What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and today we have to take a look at the next generation of superstar coming into the National Hockey League. He'll be coming in this year's NHL Draft class here for 2023 down in Nashville, Tennessee this summer. But Connor Bedard is the next face of the National Hockey League. You want to talk about next level superstar? Yeah, we've had some good, no discredit to some of our recent first round draft picks and first overall picks like Jack Hughes and Alexis Lafreniere and some of those guys. They're very good hockey players, but Connor Bedard is that next talent that is similar to the ilk of Sidney Crosby, Alexander Ovechkin, and most recently, a guy like Connor McDavid. And the numbers he's put up in his time in the WHL with the Regina Pats has been quite impressive, but it's been even more so in the World Junior Championships here this past, really, month and a half. So this is a guy in Connor Bedard that grew up in, you guys corrected me, it's not Northern Vancouver, North Vancouver, British Columbia. And he's been playing there for a couple of years and has put up absurd numbers. I mean, 88 points in 30 games. Back when he was like 14 years old. He went over to Sweden for a little bit on a loan during, the pandemic. His first season with the Regina Pats, he put up 28 points in 15 games. Last season, as an assistant captain with the Pats, he put up 100 points in 62 games. And this season, currently as the captain of the Regina Pats, he has 64 points, 27 goals, 37 assists in 28 games. Just absolutely insane. And you look at what he's projected to do over this full season with the Regina Pats in 58 games. He's projected to get 56 goals, 77 assists, and 133 points in the Western Hockey League. I mean, that is just absolutely unheard of. And it's something that when you look at next generation talent, this kind of is earmarked for Connor Bedard. Now, most recently, the most recent really buzz around Connor Bedard is the World Junior Championships and being a huge contributor. And congratulations to Canada. Of course, knocking off my Team USA, but huge congratulations to Canada winning the gold in 2023 for the World Junior Championship. So congratulations there. And like I said, Connor Bedard was one of the key pieces in that puzzle. In just 7 games in the World Junior Championships, Connor Bedard put up 9 goals, 14 assists for 23 points. Absolutely incredible. Basically, over 3 points per game in the tournament. This is a kid that just shows up in the big moments, is a huge contributor to his team, is a leader on and off the ice, is a really, in 3 seasons in the WHL, already a captain, putting up just these absurd numbers. This is a guy that is going to go first overall, and I don't think it's much debate. And there's some pretty good hockey players right behind him, right? Adam Fantilli, that defenseman, Matvei Michev. There's some really good hockey players in this year's draft. I would say that top 5 is pretty stacked. Anywhere between 2, 3, 4, and 5, they will be happy. But let's be honest, everybody's going to want the kid from the Regina Pats, the captain of the Regina Pats in this year's draft. This kid is just unreal. The highlights we've seen from him this fall, going into the World Junior Championships, throughout the World Junior Championships, this kid is a special player, and I am really excited to see not only him in the NHL, but just where he gets drafted and how things kind of go with that. Honestly, I'm kind of on the hope that it's kind of like one of those things as an Islander fan, as biasy here. I would like to see him go to the West Coast, kind of like Connor McDavid. All right, he beats us up the 2 games he plays the Islanders, and then we don't deal with him until potentially the Stanley Cup final. But I don't want to see him in the Eastern Conference, in particular the Metropolitan Division, considering, we've had to deal with Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin in the primes of their careers for the past 10 to 15 years. I wouldn't mind seeing a guy like Bedard and McDavid settling in the Pacific or the Central Division. I wouldn't mind that too much. Biasy here, but I'm just saying what I have to say. So I think that's something to really consider here. And I think when you look at Connor Bedard and the numbers he's put up, I mean, this is, like I said, this is a guy that is going to be next level in what he's capable of at the NHL level. And if you start to see teams start to, a huge separation between the haves and the have-nots in this year's trade deadline in terms of teams tanking and going for it, don't be surprised if some of that has to do with a guy like Connor Bedard. Guys, let me know what you think down below of Connor Bedard. Where you guys think he could potentially get drafted? Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you again next time.